The Lagos State government has signed the Global Cooling Pledge at the ongoing Climate Change Summit in Azerbaijan. This move is part of the state's efforts to achieve its climate action plan and resilience strategy. Esther Mokbariola has more.
In 2022, Lagos State introduced an ambitious 30-year development plan to position itself as a global model for sustainable urban development. This plan prioritizes key sectors such as transportation, renewable energy, and waste management to create a cleaner, greener Lagos. At this UN climate conference, the state took its climate commitment further by signing the Global Cooling Pledge, signaling its readiness to implement measures that reduce harmful emissions while supporting Nigeria's broader climate goals.
This momentous occasion will serve as a catalyst for achieving the objectives of our state's climate action plan and resilience strategy. It reinforces our contributions to Nigeria's nationally determined contributions and aligns with the global ambition of limiting warming to 1.5 degrees.
Cooling-related emissions driven by energy-intensive systems in urban areas are a major contributor to global warming. For Lagos, this initiative is a chance to lead by example, showcasing how cities can implement innovative climate solutions while improving quality of life for residents. Esther Mokbariola, TVC News, Azerbaijan.
Director of Climate Change and Environmental Planning, Lagos State, Bankole Michael, joins me from Baku, Azerbaijan. Good to have you join us.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
It's quite interesting to see Lagos State take the lead on this in Nigeria, signing the Global Cooling Pledge. What necessitated this?
As you are aware, Lagos State is at the front line of the impact of climate change. And we've, over the years, we've been taking actions to make sure that Lagos State is protected, that we have a resilient city. And then in alignment with our Lagos State Climate Action Plan and our resilience strategy, we must continue to look forward to do initiatives that will put Lagos on the map and also create a livable and a sustainable city for Lagosians. Mm.
And that's where the tall order is, because this is actually a tall order. When you look at the actions involved or contained in a global cooling pledge, it has to do with refrigerators, it has to do with air conditioners. It is a lot. And one wonders how you intend to implement this, especially in a city like Lagos, a state like Lagos rather, with tens of millions of people.
These actions, we know what is expected of us before we sign the pledge. And I must also say that Lagos State has been exercising or playing an active role in this sector. The interesting thing here is that Nigeria too is a signatory. And for us as a subnational, we are forward-looking, and then we don't see any challenges in implementing all the conditions of the cooling pledge. For instance, Lagos State, I stand to be corrected, is one of the city that has an agency dedicated for greening and urbanization of open spaces. And we are in the process of also developing our building codes. And then we have a committee that is going to be working together to make sure that every action on the pledge are ticked. And by the time we report back at COP30 in Brazil, Lagos State will have implemented most of the actions that we need to keep as a member of that global network.
And will there also be sensitization programs, especially for if they are parts of this pledge that would directly impact on people?
Of course, as soon as we get back to Lagos, one of the things that we'll do is to inaugurate the committee that will be working, an interministerial committee, and then we'll set up our road plan. For us here, the team here, we have the political heads joining us in this trip, and then we have the technocrats. The chief resident officer of Lagos is here with us. The director development partnership department in MEPB is also here. So we are drawing the roadmap, the implementation plan, so that as soon as we get to Lagos, we kick off with our program. And advocacy is going to be one of the actions that we're going to take to ensure that this pledge is not just a ceremonial signing, but something that we are ready to implement fully.
And beyond the global, signing the global cooling pledge, what other climate resilient actions will Lagos State be living with from the COP29?
Before we left Lagos to Baku, we, under the leadership of the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Tukuma Wahab, we launched the steering committee for the Lagos State Climate Action Adaptation and Resilience Plan, Phase 3. And this Phase 3 is the investment accelerator. If you recall, earlier in the year, we launched the LCAP. And in the LCAP, we have about 33 initiatives that cross across adaptation and mitigation actions. And for us to be able to implement this plan, we need to back it up with finance, with funds. And what we have done is that we have started a process whereby we disaggregate the LCAP into manageable sizes so that we can get grants, we can get concessionary loans, or we can even get that there are some projects that are bankable. So we came to Baku ready to meet with investors, and that's what we've been doing. We met with some couple of people that are interested in Lagos State's plan, and by the time we get back to Lagos, we will continue the conversation, and then I am sure that before long, we'll start seeing the fruits of our efforts here in Baku.
And we'll await some of those fruits as the summit is coming to an end. When you return, we'll look forward to some of the things you will implement in Lagos State. Thank you so much for your time. The Climate Change and Environmental Plan, Director of Climate Change and Environmental Planning, Lagos State, Bankole Michael.
Thank you very much for having me.